Everyone, I hope you all are keeping good health. Today we will start with multiplication of integers. Now, while doing multiplication of integers, the thing that you will keep in mind is if the sign of both the integers is same, your final answer will be positive integer. If the sign of both the integers is different, then your final answer is negative integer. Now, let's suppose if there are more than two integers, you are supposed to multiply. Then, in that case, you will see how many negative integers are there. If number of negative integer is even, then the product is a positive integer. And if it is odd, then the product is a negative integer. So just count how many negative integers are there. If it is even, we will put a positive sign in the answer. And if it is odd, there are odd number of negative integers, then the final answer will be negative. Now, moving to properties of multiplication of integers. The first property is closure property. Yes, closure property means if we multiply two integer, yes, the final answer is again an integer. Here we can see in both the example, both the integers when we multiply, finally we are getting again an integer. So you can state it as for any two integers a and b, a into b is again an integer. So finally we can say integers are closed under multiplication. Next property is commutative property. As I already told you, in commutative you will take two integers. As we are discussing here properties of multiplication, so we will multiply two integers and then just change the order. As you can see on the left hand side, it's 4 into minus 5, which will give you minus 20. And on the right hand side, it's minus 5 into 4, which will again give you minus 20. It means changing the order of the number will not change the result. So we can say integers are commutative under multiplication. Moving to next property, that is multiplication by 0. Yes, if we multiply any integer, whether it is positive or negative, by 0, your answer is always 0. So product of any integer and 0 is always 0. Multiplicative identity. Yes, the word identity is here. It means you have to multiply the given integer by a number such that it will not lose its identity or you will get the number again. So, if we multiply 5 by 1, here 5 is a positive integer. Yes, answer is again 5. On multiplying minus 7 by 1, yes, answer is again minus 7. So, 1 is considered as a multiplicative identity because an integer remains unchanged when multiplied to 1. So, 1 is called a multiplicative identity for integers. Next property is associative property. Yes, here we will consider three integers and just change the order of multiplying them. Now on the left hand side, first you multiply minus 2 and 3, you will get minus 6. Now you multiply minus 6 by 5, you will get minus 30. On the right hand side, first 5 into minus 2, you will get minus 10, and then minus 10 into 3, you will get again minus 30. Yes, left hand side and right hand side gives you the same result. So here again, changing the order of the integer will not change the result, or you can say integers are associative under multiplication. Next property is distributive property. Now, let's say here the sum is 5 into, in the bracket it's 10 plus 12. So, how will you open this bracket? Now, when you will open this bracket, whatever number is outside the bracket, you will multiply it to each and every term inside the bracket. So first you will multiply 5 by 10, yes, and then you will multiply 5 by 12. and because there is a plus sign in the bracket, so you can see there is a plus sign between them. This property is known as distributivity of multiplication over addition. Similarly, in case of subtraction, we will do the same. First we will multiply 15 by 16 and then 15 by 10. Because of minus sign inside the bracket, here you can see there is a minus sign in the right hand side. Now this property is known as distributivity of multiplication over subtraction. Moving to exercise 1.3. Now question number 2. Verify the following. As I already told you, if in the question the word verify is there, it means whatever is given to you, you have to prove it. Yes? Now here you have to verify whether left hand side is equals to right hand side or not. So because there is a word verify, it means both are equal. You will get the answer as left hand side is equals to right hand side. If after solving your left hand side is not equals to right hand side, it means something is wrong in your calculation. Now moving to first part, that is left hand side. So while solving the left hand side, first you will solve the bracket. Now when you will solve this bracket, it's 7 plus of minus 3. One is positive, one is negative. Different sign. While adding the integer, we will subtract them. So 7 minus 3, you will get 4. Now when you further multiply them, you will get 72 as an answer. Moving to right hand side. There are two brackets. We will solve one by one. Moving from left. First we will solve 18 into 7. Yes, you will get 126. As I already told you, if the integers are of same sign, the answer will be positive. Here 18 and 7 are positive integer, answer is again positive. Now in the second bracket, one integer is positive, second integer is negative. So answer will be negative. And you will get the answer as minus 54. Now outside the bracket there is a plus sign. It means you are supposed to add them. But because of different sign, we are supposed to subtract the numerical value. And the final sign of the answer will be the sign of the greater value. So yes, after solving these two integers, you will get 72. Yes, you can see here left hand side is equals to right hand side. Hence verified. Moving to next question, that is question number 3. For any integer a, what is minus 1 into a equal to? As I told you, if you multiply any integer by 1, you will get again the same integer. But what if we multiply the integer by minus 1? So yes, minus 1 will change its sign. If the integer given to you is positive, after multiplying 8 to minus 1, you will get negative. And if the integer was negative, then after multiplication, it will become positive. So yes, minus 1 into a. Here, we are considering a as positive integer. So when you multiply minus 1 to a, your final answer will be, yes, minus a. Now, moving to next sum of question number 3. Determine the integer whose product with minus 1 is minus 22. Now, as I just explained you in the first part, to get minus 22, what will you multiply by minus 1? Yes, 22. So positive integer, when you multiply it by minus 1, yes, we will get the answer as minus 22. Similarly, now you want positive integer. So you will multiply minus 1 by negative integer of the same numerical value. Now 0. Yes, you all know 0 is neither positive nor negative. So yes, you will multiply minus 1 by 0 and you will get the answer as 0. Yes, I hope everything is clear to you. That's all for today. Thank you everyone. God bless you all.